If you're looking to make solar simple, give Ron Domenico with AD Energy a call. All-day energy made simple. Solar solutions with zero down, options to lease or finance, and roofs and trees are no issue. Call Ron Domenico at 609-226-2802 and tell him you saw him on the Sports Box.
Well, hello again, and welcome to the show that we hope you don't roll something and stick it up your ass. This is the Sports Box. The only thing that matters is right here. I am the Michaeletta, a.k.a. Hampton Mike, along with my partner, Brian, the Ranger Tar. Brian, how are you today?
I'm glorious, sir. How are you?
Oh, God, just living the dream over here. It's just phenomenal. Anyway, let's get right to it, Brian, because we want to get right into what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Shayne Gostisbehere deal that the Flyers just did. 6-year, $27 million. They did it last week. You know what? At first, I kind of was a little on edge with the deal because this team has been known to get into big trouble with signing guys long term. But if you're the Flyers and you want to start building like Hextall has the plan like he did in LA to move the young kids forward, Gostisbehere's 24 years old. You build to the future. You lock him up now. You already have Konechny and you already have Provorov. You got to start building the youth. I think it's a good deal for the Flyers.
I don't dislike the deal at all. It's a deal, Mike, that it seems like it might be a lot of money for a young kid, but remember, the Flyers are buying 3 years of his unrestricted years.
Right.
So you kind of like want to even that out. I think it was a bit of a down year, I think, for Gostisbehere. Definitely a sophomore slump type season.
Yep, considering the benching and the injuries.
Yeah,
and things like that,
he played 12 more games, ended up with 10 less goals, assists went up a little bit, minus 21, but the whole team wasn't very defensively sound. Right. That's not really a surprise. The money's fine. I actually think the money, if you account for the fact that there's those 3 years that would be UFA type years, yep. I think it's actually a bit of a bargain for the Flyers, frankly.
Yeah, and that's why they did it now.
Yeah, no, I have no problem with the money at all. You know, what's interesting, though, to me, and we talk about this a lot with Flyers, is, where they kind of go from here. And I think if you're a believer in, sell high on players, I really would have thought that Gostisbehere was a really good trade target at the end of last season. Only because, not that he's a bad player, I'm not saying that at all about the player, but the Flyers are so defense-centric. They have all these guys we've been hearing about, the Sandheims and the Marins, obviously Provorov's on the roster now, Robert Haig, all these guys.
Well, you had to get rid of guys like, Mark Straight. You
sure.
Andy McDonald's killing you back there. There's guys back there that are just destroying you. And why not go youth? Why not get them in the system, let them learn it, and like you said, get into the system.
But I just think they have so many guys on D. And I know that's. Obviously, you look at when Nashville's, make us get a couple
because they don't have a goal.
That's always goaltending in Philadelphia.
Exactly.
If it were me, if I could have traded him for a guy like Drouin, I think I would have done that deal because I think the Flyers, you deal from your strength, and their strength is clearly the blue line and what it's going to become over time.
But I also think this team isn't ready to make a run in the next year.
I agree entirely.
They can't bring in a guy and it would be nice to bring a guy to plug in now to get that fit. But I'm okay with this like you are because you plug him in, you let him go through his 1 or 2 years of growing pains, and then you try to, 3 and 4 years, that's when you start making the move, see if this is going to pay off for you. I mean, the 6-year deal scared me at first because you get that fear of, guys signing like Voracek and the big long-term deals that this team has gotten screwed with in the past with no trade deals. But with a 24-year-old defenseman, you're giving Gostisbehere a $4.5 million cap hit until the year 22-23 seasons. I like the deal. Young guy, got to get him in there.
No, like I said, I think it's a good deal for both. I think Gostisbehere has a little money on the table, frankly.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
And like you said, that RFA status on him, he would have got snatched up by somebody. So, I think somebody would have made it. They could have got him.
Well, they would end up, you look at what the Rangers did with JT Miller. They gave him a 2-year bridge deal.
Yep.
So now, because UFAs are going to cost them more,
yep.
So it ends up kind of like spreading that cap hit out, which the Flyers are in an advantageous cap spot right now for the most part, minus Andrew McDonald.
Folks, this is a first, or not a first, but a rarity here at the Sports Box. Win-win for the Flyers we're talking. This is unbelievable. So you better put this on DVD or tape it or whatever you got to do. Just save this. This is going to be a great tape for the long term. So we agree on something. Anyway, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Remember, you can always get us on social media if you need to.
Listen, you know that we're everywhere. We're on Twitter and Facebook, both at Sports Box Show. Make sure that you're following us on both of those great sources. And, of course, the YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed and join everybody else that's subscribing to the Sports Box. We thank you for your support.
When you subscribe, get that little bell. Get some alerts right away for us. Get all the fresh content right away. We always got good stuff coming. And remember, at the Sports Box, the only opinion, folks, that really matters is absolutely right here. Thanks for watching. See you.
This episode of the Sports Box is brought to you by Mic'd Up Entertainment and DJ Mike Velardi. For all of your event planning needs, make sure you contact Mike at 609-864-5925 and tell him that you saw him on the Sports Box.
1, 2, 3.
Don't forget to subscribe.